authorize your healthcare agent to obtain information from your medical providers. This seems like a no-brainer, right? Every time you go to the doctor, they usually present to you a new what's called a HIPAA authorization. That's the medical privacy laws. Why they do that is that your medical chart, your medical information is private, and your healthcare providers can't share it with anybody unless you say that they can. Our healthcare powers of attorney have within that document HIPAA release authorization language. Not everybody's healthcare power of attorney or just combined power of attorney includes that important language. It seems like it's unnecessary, but it's really not. Your healthcare agent can't make decisions about you unless they can get information about you. So the HIPAA authorization allows your healthcare providers to give information to whomever is making decisions for you. Your HIPAA authorization, so it's different than the power of attorney for healthcare in that in the power of attorney for healthcare, you are granting authority to somebody else to give direction about your health decisions. They're directing your health decisions because you can't. The HIPAA authorization, on the other hand, is allowing your healthcare providers to give information to your loved ones. And that might obviously include your healthcare agent, but there might be other family members who aren't your healthcare agent that you want to make sure that they can get information about you. I do caution clients, though, when they're thinking about who to give authority for, family members to get information. You don't necessarily want to give access to your healthcare records to everybody. So, you have to think about, who do you really want to have access to get information about you should you be in the hospital or talk to the doctor. Sometimes where we really see people running into troubles with not having these legal documents is with unmarried persons. When I started this, discussion, we talked about 4 of 10 Americans don't have an estate plan, and a lot more than that go into the hospital. So the doctors need to have some kind of default backup system for all those people who don't have estate planning documents, powers of attorney that they need. So most states, Washington does as well, has a statutory authority that a healthcare provider can, if in the absence of a power of attorney document, that they can look to a family member to make decisions about the person who's incapacitated. So, the spouse, for example, can say, this is what I want you to do for my husband. If there's no spouse, that's an unmarried person, then they look at the children, and not just like the oldest and the next and the next, all of the children. So it's like a joint decision-making authority. So there is this backup plan when people don't have powers of attorney that allows the healthcare providers to speak to somebody to get direction about health treatment. Where this comes to be a problem is for unmarried persons. And that's not that uncommon. Younger generations are statistically less likely to get married than they used to for whatever reasons. Even older couples, they're not married, they're not registered domestic partner, but they live together, and for all intents and purposes, they act like a married couple, but they're not married and they're not a registered domestic partnership. In that situation, if that one of the couple is in the hospital, the person who is their partner has no right to be at that hospital, to get information, to give direction. They are basically excluded from their loved one's health care. And this is something that people don't necessarily think about, is they need a legal document that grants them authority. And if they don't have that legal document, they are out. And let's say it's an older couple and unmarried, who's going to make decisions? Not the partner in the couple, but it would be the adult children who are making decisions. So not a great way for, you're already dealing with a terrible situation. Your loved one's in the hospital. and you have no rights to even learn anything. You have to rely on other family members. So particularly for unmarried people, critically important that they have durable powers of attorney in place.